The Swiss bank Credit Suisse lost $5 billion last weekend. Today, we're talking about the changes in the banking industry and what that means to you. The troubles at Swiss bank have been ongoing for years, and in the fourth quarter of 2022, Credit Suisse lost 38% of its deposit. Last week, the Swiss central bank had to pump $50 billion into the company, but that was not enough to keep it alive. On Friday, Credit Suisse was worth $7 billion at the close of business. Over the weekend, UBS offered to buy Credit Suisse for $2 billion. UBS first offered $1 billion, but Credit Suisse rejected that offer and ended up accepting the $2 billion counter offer. Shareholders saw $5 billion go into thin air. This 2022 paper by the FDIC shows that the banking industry is becoming more concentrated, and I expect that the industry will become even more concentrated over the next year. We will see larger banks step in and buy smaller regional banks, or large struggling banks like Credit Suisse will be purchased by their rivals. Either way, market concentration will increase, and that has consequences. To understand, let's talk about market concentration. Market concentration is a term we use in economics to describe the level of competition in an industry. A highly concentrated market means that small number of firms dominate the market, while a less concentrated market has a more balanced distribution of market share among many firms. There are various measures of market concentration. Two most popular are the concentration ratio and the Herfindahl-Hirschman index, also known as the HHI. The concentration ratio is the percentage of market share held by the top firms in the market, while the HHI takes into account the market share of all firms in a market and provides a more detailed view of concentration. Market concentration can have both positive and negative effects on consumers and the economy. On the one hand, a concentrated market can lead to higher prices and reduced innovation due to decreased competition. On the other hand, a concentrated market may allow firms to achieve economies of scale and invest more in research and development, leading to lower costs and improved products and services. Now, let's shift our lens back to the banking industry. A more concentrated banking industry raises concerns in two areas. First, it increases the threat of banks becoming too big to fail, and therefore requiring government intervention when the banks make mistakes. A second issue with a more concentrated banking industry, this is an area I'm interested in, has to do with the concept of financial exclusion. When banks get too large and don't face competition, they don't have an incentive to make their services available to marginalized or less profitable segments of the economy. We know from the research that financial inclusion is important for success. This paper by Abdullah Umar and Kazu Inaba finds that financial inclusion significantly reduces poverty rates and income inequality. Their findings in the paper are in favor of further promoting access to and usage of formal finalized services by marginalized segments of the population in order to maximize society's overall welfare. Financial exclusion can be a significant problem. It can prevent people from fully participating in the economy, limiting their ability to save, invest, and therefore limits wealth accumulation. It can also lead to greater inequality, as those who are financially excluded may have fewer opportunities to improve their economic status and may be forced to rely on more expensive and less secure sources of finance. As the banking sector becomes more concentrated, it will lead to less inclusion and an inequitable financial system. So the instability of the banking industry is going to have short-run consequences and long-term consequences. Let us keep in mind that this will hurt more than the rich. It's going to impact us all. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Economics with Dr. A. If you like this video, please leave a comment, and share it with people that would benefit from this video. My name is Dr. Abdullah Abrani. I go by Dr. A. I'm Associate Professor of Economics. Thank you for joining me. See you all next week. Here's more playlists about the banking industry.